What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that Daily Ravens content, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn the notification bell on if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, if you want to get right into the video, skip ahead to about, a minute and 30 seconds. You can do that right now. But I have to tell a funny story that happened to me last night. Because right now I'm actually not wearing headphones because last night my headphone broke in my ear and I had to go to the hospital. And it was completely random. So I apologize if I'm talking too loud. Normally my headphones automatically, they connect with my microphone so they're able to hear instant feedback, so I know my kind of microphone level and things like that. I don't have that right now, so I apologize if I'm talking a bit too loud. But yeah, I had to go to the ER last night to get my headphone out of my ear, which was probably the most random thing I've ever had to do in my life. So so that's why I may be talking a little bit louder than normal. I really can't tell, so I'm sorry if I am. But if you guys don't know, tomorrow I am moving, so I'm pre-recording tomorrow's video. And if news happens tomorrow, if we get Justin Houston, hopefully we do. I doubt we do it tomorrow of all days, but the video, my reaction, stuff like that would be out on Friday morning because I won't get home until 11 or midnight Eastern time. So it's not worth posting a video at that point. But sorry for that. I don't know. Maybe you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you thought this story was kind of funny. But if not, whatever. All right, let's get into this video. So in this video, I wanted to talk about Lamar Under Center because I believe Greg Roman and John Harbaugh have both brought up, or maybe it was just one of them brought up, that they are looking at using Lamar out of, under center packages this next season. And I wanted to talk about, and I talked about it a little bit on stream with the Live with the Viewer stream. And that will be happening this weekend, this Saturday. So if you want to be a part of that stream, make sure to DM me on Twitter at TTB_Ravens. But, that's besides the point. But I talked about it a little bit. I didn't go fully in detail, but Lamar Jackson under center. I'm perplexed because it could be a great benefit, but it could also hinder his performance. And I'll talk about the hindrance and then I'll talk about the benefit. So if you don't want to hear me talk negative, I don't know, skip 5 minutes ahead or something like that. But the hindrance is Lamar Jackson is phenomenal out of shotgun. And this is because what he is able to do in shotgun is he doesn't have to back up in order to escape the pocket. This means that whenever there is edge pressure, whether it's a cornerback blitz or just an elite edge rusher like a TJ Watt or a Myles Garrett or whoever is coming off the edge, Lamar Jackson from shotgun, because they're a few yards away, is able to recognize that side, instantly look to the other side to see if he can escape, and he's able to take out. That's why Lamar so rarely gets sacked from the edge. It's because he's phenomenal at escaping. He's probably the best ever at escaping in that sense. This is why most of the sacks are all interior pressure, because the pocket was able to surround him because he didn't escape, and then the interior pressure is able to come up and get him. And it does help that the Ravens have had great offensive linemen on the offensive tackle positions, Ronnie Stanley and Orlando Brown Jr., no longer having Orlando Brown. But you look at, for a great example of this would be the Browns game from, I think it's 2019, the second time that we played the Browns, in which they ran cover 0 at about, I think it was about the 8 or 15 yard line, and Lamar Jackson snaps the ball and he sees the corner blitz coming from his right side. Instantly, he doesn't have to back up and diagnose while backing up and have to make a difficult decision. He snaps the ball, steps forward, dodges the corner blitz, and is able to hit Mark Andrews for a touchdown right before the end of half. And those are the types of things that Lamar Jackson is able to do out of shotgun, because if you think about it, you cannot do that nearly as well out of under center. You can get, under center does have its benefits in terms of, understanding kind of what the defensive line is going to be doing. You can do that. You're closer. It's easier to diagnose. Maybe you're hearing their calls better if you're able to interpret them or anything like that. But once you snap that ball, you have to do your drop. And when you're doing that drop, you're still recognizing the offensive line. Obviously, you have to make sure, but you're looking at your reads as well. And it just takes you that much longer to be able to get back to a spot where you could escape. So if there is instant pressure off the edge and it is a pass play, Lamar's at the front of the line of scrimmage, and it's almost putting him in the situation that he's in when the offensive line is, a bit closed around him, because he has to back up way farther in order to get out of the pocket. Now, this is true for every quarterback, not just Lamar. Like, it's easier to diagnose those types of things from the shotgun position. However, for Lamar, the escapability is so much a part of his game that it's almost required that he be in shotgun for that reason. So that's why I love him in shotgun. But now let's talk about the benefits of going under center, because there are benefits. It's not like under center is like this horrible thing. No, there are plenty of benefits of going under center. One of them is, the Ravens can completely enhance their playbook. The amount of plays that they could add that are, they could add power plays, they could add counter plays, they could add, heck, you can start getting guys in motion if you're in single back or something like that, get Hollywood on motion, similar to kind of what the Chiefs do, similar to what the Niners kind of do. Maybe it's Hollywood or Duvernay. I don't know, even Bateman or Watkins, and you have them in motion, and maybe you fake the jet sweep to them, and you're able to hand it off, or maybe you make the handoff, and all those types of things. You can just get the ball to those players a little bit quicker. I know the Ravens do some jet sweeps in terms of the shuttle pass jet sweep, where it's just the catch and throw, so that if it is dropped, it's an incomplete pass rather than a fumble, which I know some teams like to use, but it just opens up so much more in the playbook scenario. Lamar Jackson could, if y'all remember in the Patriots game, Lamar's first time playing the Patriots, when he got that touchdown run on the bootleg, and I believe that was out of a pistol formation. That wasn't out of an under center. I'm like 90% sure on that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But think about, that type of bootleg thing that the Ravens could implement with Lamar doing that, because you wouldn't be expecting it nearly as much. Think of Peyton Manning when he had his 1-yard touchdown run against the Cowboys, I believe it was. It was like his first rushing touchdown in 5 or 6 years. And it's like, the bootleg, it can absolutely work, especially when it's just a designed run. So those are just some of the things that the Ravens could start to implement under center. They would be able to get a little bit trickier. You could have Gus. Obviously, now the Gus is extended. And I don't know why people think that, I think Gus sucks now. That was not the point of my video yesterday. The point of the video was to say that, I felt like there were better alternatives in terms of drafting him. I don't want to get too much into it, but Gus is a good running back. I don't know why people thought that I didn't think that, but Gus is a good running back. Yeah. So getting him, you can get him downhill faster if you're under center, and he's going to be able to hit those holes a little bit harder, similar to kind of what he did. I believe they were under center a lot more in Lamar Jackson's rookie year. I don't have the statistics on under center plays. I don't subscribe to those types of statistical analysis data, but that's when Gus Edwards, I don't think he ever lost a yard when the Ravens were utilizing under center more. So those are the types of things you can get your running backs going a little bit faster and things like that, open up the playbook. But the final thing that is the most intriguing is that it takes away an option. And I know I'm kind of doing like a sandwich thing. That really wasn't the intent, but I have to bring this up. But if you're under center, it removes it most likely removes the read option part of the Ravens game. You can still run RPOs and things like that out of under center. However, if you run, those types of plays, RPOs and things like that, you can diagnose those and make those throws or hand it off. However, the read option is such an integral part of the Ravens offense. And if you're under center, you can't really do a read option because you typically have to look back to hand the ball off to the running back, and you're not able to locate the edge rusher or the outside cornerback, whichever one you're supposed to read on that play. So you can't really run read option out of under center. So that's what helps the Ravens run game so much in so many situations, is that it takes away at least one defender every single time the Ravens run the football. Because if they go after Lamar, Lamar hands it off to Gus or JK or whoever he hands it off to, and that one defender that goes after Lamar is wiped from the play. Whereas if the one defender goes after Gus Edwards, well, then Lamar has one defender wiped from the play and on the same side that he's running the football to. Because if you think about it, half the defenders are already wiped out because you're running to the outside with Lamar, and there's no way that they're going to be able to catch Lamar all the way across the field. So rather than having 5 or 6 guys on the side of the field that Lamar's running to, maybe it's now 4 or 5, or maybe even 3 or 4, making it easier for him to get more yards. And that's just some of the things that the Ravens have to consider. Now, I am happy that the Ravens are going to try and implement the under center plays, because I just think it's going to expand the playbook more, make it more difficult in order to analyze and figure out what the Ravens are going to do. I just think it gives them more options. So I am a fan. Don't take this video as me saying like, oh, this is a terrible idea. I'm just expressing my opinions on what the benefits and the concerns would be. But I think the benefits absolutely outweigh the concerns. I think Greg Roman has proved that he can run the football without needing to be in shotgun. So overall, I'm really happy with this. But I think it's an interesting dilemma that it puts the Ravens in, because it takes away kind of some of the added benefits that Lamar gives you, but at the same time, it gives benefits to the team. So let me know in the comments down below what all of you think about, Lamar Jackson and kind of going under center, how smart you think it is and things like that. I think it's a smart idea, but thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content, and I will see all of you again tomorrow.